Clark Watts doesn't mind spending a lot of time at what he does. Time is his hobby. For the past 25 years, the 65-year-old Watts, a retired electrician, has been repairing and building clocks. Watts doesn't build just any type of clock. He creates grandfather clocks, one-of-a-kind grandfather clocks completely hand-carved and created with all wooden parts by Watts and his pocket knife.
When they're made by hand, the old clockmaker went out of business about 18 and 20. They come out with gear cutters, and that took all the skill out of it. And from then it went to mass production, and of course then it's altogether a different show, you know.
Clark over the years has only constructed 4 of his masterpieces. A 5th one is almost complete. All of the clocks are accurate to within 10 seconds a month. Clark Watts doesn't sell his grandfather clocks for any price, and for several reasons, but mainly because you just don't sell a part of you.
When you make something like that, and it seems like it's so like a human being. I mean, it's seeing it tick and everything in it moving.
Time important to you?
Well, not really.
In center, I'm your country rover, Jamie Cooper.
Okay, I'm going to start up at 12 o'clock and I'm going to ask you a few questions as I see different markings in the iris. You're going to have to come up a little bit closer.
Judy James looks into people's eyes for a living.
I need you to open
She's not an eye doctor, far from it. Judy James is an iridologist, which means she practices the science of analyzing the iris of one's eyes.
And when it shows in the iris like this, it means that it's really working overtime in that area of the body, which is in the lungs. No, I'm not a doctor and don't pretend to be. This is a science that has been brought down since the early 1800s, and it's just one of nature's ways of helping us to know more about our health.
Why the eye?
The eye is the most complex tissue structure of the body.
By looking into a person's eyes, Miss James claims she can determine by close examination health problems past and present. Now, not many folks do what Miss James does, and doctors don't necessarily condone iridology. What do doctors think about this practice that you do?
Some doctors are learning this practice, but the most part of them would probably say that it's unorthodox.
Miss James, besides being an iridologist, also operates an herb shop. Herbs, quite naturally, is what she recommends to help cure what ails her clients. Hang on a second. Judy James is definitely one person who sees eye to eye with a client. Well, am I sick or what?
Jamie, you have problems with gas?
Can you believe you'd ask me that? You're embarrassing me.
I'm embarrassing me.
In center, I'm your country rover, Jamie Cooper.
860 WHRT. Stick around and I'll bet you'll like what you hear.
Ernie Heckler loves radios. They're not just any radios, but old ones, like these, dating back to the 1920s when radio first came into our living rooms. Heckler's fascination with radios started over 50 years ago when he was a radio repairman. Today, he still repairs a few, but he also collects them. You like to listen to the radio?
Oh, yes, sure do. I like especially the old ones with the tinny tone. Brings back old times for me.
What was it like in the old days listening to radio?
Well, it was a main source of entertainment. In the evening, neighbors would come over, we'd all gather around the speaker, lots of static, a little bit of music and talking. That was it.
Not only does Hector have an abundance of antique radios and phonographs, he also collects, get ready for this, toasters.
Now this is one that turns 4 slices at once.
Of course, toasters and radios have come a long way since this collection of Ernie Hecklers. Thank goodness for modern times. Guess it'd be better if I plugged this in, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd work better.
Figured that. In Hartsville, I'm your country rover, Jamie Cooper. For 8 years, Ruth Osborne was a satisfied employee in the electronics division of Teledyne Brown. But some 9 months ago, she chunked it all to be happy. Ruth Osborne quit her job to spend more time at home and began a hobby that's now turned into a somewhat blooming business. Miss Osborne is founder of Windows in Bloom.
Oh, I can turn a plain window into just beautiful with plants, and just a plain looking building into a welcoming looking place.
Creating flower boxes that fit windows, Miss Osborne, who does it totally alone, now has the best of both worlds.
I enjoy working in wood and working with my hands, and I don't know anyone else making window flower boxes. Well, I guess I wanted to have my cake and eat it too, just be with my family and still use creativity and my mind to different things, so this gives me the best of both worlds.
Are you getting tired of the 8 to 5?
Yeah, and just my life predetermined when I wake up and when I come home, and so now I fit everything I like to do around my family instead of fitting my family into other things.
Flower boxes by Ruth Osborne can cost between $20 and $60 and can be specifically designed. Granted, Ruth Osborne would like to see every window in town in bloom, just like this one. And if she does, she's got a very successful hobby turned business. In Huntsville, I'm your country rover. Oh, it's hot out here. Jamie Cooper. Well, I've had enough for today.
And I'm going to keep accumulated times on the whole trip, and then I'm going to work individual times in. And the main
Tom Holly and Al Rosenbaum are getting ready for what will be, for the two of them, the race of a lifetime. Holly and Rosenbaum, calling themselves the Scalded Dogs, will leave Los Angeles June 24th in Rosenbaum's 1925 convertible Rolls Royce to compete, along with 115 other vintage classic automobiles, in a cross-country race of some 3,000 miles. Billed as the Great American Race, sponsored by Interstate Batteries. The race is scheduled to end in Manhattan, New York, July 4th. The event, however, is not a race determined by speed, but rather a race of precise calculations.
When you race is the wrong term, really. It's, like I said, an event against the clock where preciseness is the factor. And it's not an all-out speed event at all. In fact, the maximum average speed we're ever expected to maintain is 50 miles an hour. A speeding ticket or official citation is automatic disqualification.
With an entry fee of $5,000 and a first-place prize of $100,000, 69-year-old Rosenbaum, the oldest contestant entered, is like a kid with a new toy and can't wait to get started.
This is one of the most exciting events in my life, if not the most exciting event. I waited a long time for it because I'm 69.
Now, how did you come up with the name Scalded Dog?
Did you ever see a scalded dog run?
Come July 4th in downtown Manhattan, the Scalded Dogs here in their 1925 Rolls Royce could very well be the winners of the Great American Race, and not to mention $100,000 richer. I could use a few bucks. In Huntsville with the Scalded Dogs, I'm your country rover. Good luck, guys. Jamie Cooper.
Thank you.